Triple H was on an investor call earlier this week, and he was asked about AEW. He spoke a little bit about AEW, and when asked about the NXT move to Tuesday, he said, quote, "The promotional opportunity for us is much better on a Tuesday, and also not having to have the narrative where there's constantly about an imaginary war or this imaginary battle, and people can say what they want, but the truth of the matter is, you compete against everything. If you are creating a television product or content, that's the world we live in. It's content not only on television, not on the internet, it's everything." And look, he made a good point there. WWE, anything on television, is competing now against everything that's out there. And that is a true thing. But I do think him calling the war with AEW imaginary is weird, because it's not like who created this narrative? Who enforced this narrative into reality?
Exactly.
It wasn't AEW. AEW just said we're gonna start a company, and this is the one day that no other wrestling company has any television show on. We're gonna do Wednesday night. What does WWE do? Right as that's announced, NXT moving to Wednesday night live on the USA Network in direct competition. So it was their fault.
It came out of Triple H's mouth. Triple H himself said it. He said they're gonna compete against AEW. I don't know. I think Triple H's been hanging around Vince too long.
that might be it. It's just like, is he backtracking or is he trying to save face? Like, what's going on here? Like,
I don't know. I don't know what it is. I mean, it really doesn't matter at this point. I mean, you have Tuesdays. You're winning the Tuesday war against the imaginary company that has on Tuesdays. Is it Impact's on Tuesday, isn't it? Or the Monday?
Impact is moved to Thursday. those poor souls on Impact moved to back to Thursday. That's the Impact day. That's what Impact was always on. But I mean, look, it's just competing with everything on TV. That is true. Even Tony Khan says the same thing. We're competing with everything on there. It's not just NXT, but to completely say that there's an imaginary war, like, dude, you're competing for the same audience, like literally. The most nichest of niche audience in pro wrestling you're competing for. The hardcore wrestling fans on Wednesday night you're competing for. Because NXT and AEW are two of the most hardcore wrestling shows there are. And I mean hardcore as in the most hardcore fans watch them. To discount it as an imaginary war, that's like corporate speak. They just want to they don't want to give AEW any credit whatsoever, which I get to their investors, because if their investors see AEW as real competition to WWE's market, then it's gonna be really tough, for their stock, for their investors. And look, given the fact that AEW has pulled out a over 1 million number past 2 weeks they've been unopposed, look, they could be competing with Raw's numbers, because Raw's numbers have been dipping below 2 million every week the past few weeks. So that's not a good look for them.
Doesn't shock.
So look, you want to say you're not in direct competition, it's an imaginary war, but you got your ass kicked in that war. It's like 60 weeks out of I think it was 67 or almost 70 weeks. The AEW and NXT went head to head. That AEW beat NXT. So they got crushed in ratings. And I'm not trying to be like, oh, AEW so such a better show, blah blah blah. It's just like, when you call this an imaginary war, but you're the ones who started that narrative, who started that war, you just come across as hypocritical.
Yeah, super hypocritical. And it doesn't even make sense to even do that when you're the one that started it.
Right?
It doesn't make any sense. It's just like everything that's happening on Raw.
Thanks for watching this video from Real Take Sports Talk. Remember to like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you get notified whenever a new video is released. Also, remember to check out our live show every single Thursday at 8 p.m. right here on the YouTube channel. And remember, keep it real.